Hey guys, this is the Mod Podge Pumpkin tutorial. So if you read the blog, you already know what you need, but for video purposes, I'll show you again. Mod Podge, a pumpkin. This was one of the 99-cent pumpkins from Walmart, and today I'm doing a mini pumpkin just for time purposes. And you need a foam brush. I found through trial and error that this type of brush actually works better than the flatter foam brushes. And then you need material of your choice. And just be sure to cut your material in smaller square pieces. Just from trial and error, I discovered that these smaller pieces actually go on better and faster. So, first step, take your pumpkin and pull the little stem out and just set it aside. And then I made a lot of these earlier, so my Mod Podge is running low. But you just dip your brush in the Mod Podge and cover the pumpkin, and don't be afraid to use quite a bit of the Mod Podge. The more you use, the better it will stick and form together. So once you coat your pumpkin pretty well, it's kind of hard to see. You just start with your first piece of material, and I start at the top of the pumpkin in the center right there, and I just take my material and I place it as close to that little hole where the stem was as possible without covering the hole. So we'll do that. You have your Mod Podge layer on the bottom of the material, and then you just take it and put it on top as well. And I've been soaking the material. It may take longer to dry, but the more Mod Podge you get on the material, the better it will stick. And then you just keep doing that process over and over again. More Mod Podge around the pumpkin if necessary. Sorry, it's taking the camera a few minutes to focus. Followed by your material. And again, I'm just layering it up around the top of the pumpkin first. For the bigger pumpkins, this entire process takes about 10 minutes. Now, drying took about 24 hours, I would say. But here I go again. I put that second piece on, and now then I'm just putting more Mod Podge on top to ensure that it sticks. This is messy, so if you don't have a countertop that can get dirty, then I suggest for sure putting something down because it drips everywhere. So this is my last piece, and I'm almost finished with my top layer. I know you can't see what I'm doing, which is probably annoying. The camera's not positioned good. Let me turn it down. So there we go. The top is completely done. Mod Podge is over the hole, but there is no material over the hole. And now that I'm going on with the layers, continuing to go around the pumpkin until each area of the pumpkin is covered. So there goes that. I got my Mod Podge layer, and now I'm just putting the glue on top. Going around again. If you soak the brush, then you don't have to dip every single time, which is nice. I like that the material doesn't match up in pattern. If you're a little more OCD, then you might want your material patterns to match, but I didn't. That doesn't bother me. So I'm almost to the very bottom of the pumpkin. Still just layering piece after piece. ensuring that there is glue on the bottom of the material before I place it on the pumpkin. And then covering it on top as well. Okay, so it's not the cutest whenever it is still wet, but again, once it dries, you'll see from the pictures they turn out really, really cute. Now then, you can't really tell because of the glue, but there's an area here. That's all that's left, is the very bottom of the pumpkin, and I tried to get a bigger piece of material to cover the bottom of the pumpkin, just because sometimes the material gets a little wrinkly. So just having one big piece cover it all makes it easier and covers up those wrinkles really well. There we go. The mini pumpkin is finished. Now then, the last step is to take where your hole is, take your little centerpiece there, push it back in. That just helps it stay better. And then just turn it up on the side somewhere and allow it to dry. Again, these take about 24 hours to fully dry. And then you can decorate by putting twine or a ribbon, making little bows to go on top of them, and then they're complete. So go around again. I just saw that I had a little piece stick up. Go around again and just maybe pat it. Make sure there are no edges sticking up and all pieces are covered and have glue on them, and then you're done. Thanks guys. I hope you enjoy making this craft.